So we have a massive drop in the Bitcoin price, and now we're going to analyze to see if this area is really an area of support or we're going to continue going to the downside. Also, like many people already calling in the space that we're going to the 100k and even below, like in the case of Ted and so many others. So in this video, I want to make sure you understand what actually is happening, what's potentially is going to happen, and how we can prepare ourselves. Also, we're gonna take a look to what CZ has been doing, because he has been now chilling Aster. And as you know by now, this is a new token that he's putting a lot of effort on it. We also gonna be watching what is happening with AVAX and many other altcoins. Before that, don't forget to go to the description below. You can find there a nice coupon code for Bybit and Bitunix up to 100,000k. Like this, you're also gonna be supporting my channel, which I really appreciate. Don't forget to subscribe, share with a friend, and smash that like. So now let's start with the daily chart and Bitcoin. If you remember, I have been mentioning already the days before about the ABC we were playing out, and you don't need to be worried about what was coming up. This is also a post I did like the 21st, and so you already know what's coming. Patient always get rewarded. And actually, let me put this again on the chart. We're doing something like this, the ABC, and just like this. And yeah, I was talking about this, the 13,000 more or less. We went a little bit down, but I still with the ABC it still can play out. So I still considering this option. I don't really see how the price gonna continue going down. It will be the probability, but in any case, you need to be aware that for me, the area to buy is around this area already. The 11,000, 12,000, this is the area. And there is potentially going to be a better way to buy Bitcoin. And that would be again going down to the 107. But you may ask yourself, like, why, if you can buy around 107, 108, why you should be buying around here? The thing is that you don't really know if the price is going to go there, because this is a massive support in the 12,000, 11,000 we have. And this is where you need to think about if the money you put in the market is going to affect your daily life or not. Because for me, it doesn't really matter if I just put a small amount over here, and if we continue going down, I'm just going to continue buying. I mean, I don't really need to be impatient. I just have all the time, and I'm just going to be continue accumulating. The question is about you. You're going to be waiting always for the best price, because most of the people, they just stay sitting, and the time sometimes it doesn't come. So that's why it's important for you to start a strategy. But in the daily, I don't see much different, to be honest, and exactly as Chris as well is mentioned, solid flush, but not the end yet. So let's see how this actually plays, if we continue going down or not. For now, I do see that this is a massive support. So let's see if we break it out or not. This area of the 2000, you see here how it was a little bit difficult to break it before. And as I say, we're going to continue seeing how this develops. Let me show you just right here. We see already the Fortuna line have no strain, the time already passed. So I cannot really call that we're going to continue going down, because also something you need to keep in mind. We're coming from the 117,000 all the way to the 111. So we already have let's say to the 110 pretty much. We already have around 7,000 that we went completely down. And you need to understand that for the daily, this is quite normal. Like having these drops all 7,000 to 10,000 is completely normal. I don't see it even down. It could be, it can go down. You need to keep that in mind. But the time is already the valley is already developed. So the time is already running out. We already have this massive drop over here, and we don't have any strain. That's why I don't really see it for now. But let's keep a track on this in the next days to come, and we're gonna figure it out what actually will be the best area to buy. But for now, I just see it, this is the best area to buy, to be honest. And you do me, but this is what I see in the charts. Now I want to go to the 4-hour charts. If you trade in Bitcoin, you want to trade and know what actually is going on there, because also something for you to keep in mind, like going to the 4-hour chart is like using a magnifier glass. So we can see in the 4 hours what actually the daily is doing. Let me know if that makes sense. But yeah, pretty much here we have been seeing what in the one day chart and the daily chart has been passing. And as you can see here, let me explain you what actually happened. Because this is something I mentioned before, and the other way around, when the Bitcoin price was going up and we also break this area over here, how important is because we broke this level when we still have the with the strength and the Fortuna line, and also we did with massive volume, and also the time was already passed. That's why I cannot see the price going lower to 100 or 90, like Ted is saying in this case. He's saying you are ready for BTC below 100k. I mean, like I'm saying already, like in the daily, like going down 7k to 10k, it's fine. It's completely fine. There's nothing to be scared. And so after the time is already, you see how developed was already the valley. The time passed already a lot. We have this, I couldn't see the price going even harder to the downside. And that's when we start to have this consolidation, the price stop. There's always a possibility the price going to go down, but this is where you need to figure it out how your portfolio and how much inside crypto you bucks are, because it doesn't really matter for me to buy here, because if I'm just doing a trade and I'm buying in this area, for example, 10% or 20%, and the price go all the way to 108, I'm gonna buy here more contracts. So also the liquidation price is gonna go lower as well. So even if we go to 100, it doesn't really matter for me. But the question is, it doesn't matter for you or not? That's something you need to ask you need to answer to yourself. I want to go and show you what actually the Bitcoin price was also doing in the 1 hour chart, because I think this is quite important, because in these levels you see how we came massively breaking with in the Fortuna line with a big strength, but in this case the development of the time was just starting over here, so we still have more time to come. And then we have this stop. We retest the 10 MAI, and here is not really a good entry, not like in the 4 hour chart. This is not really a good entry, because the 4 hour chart already we see how we have this massive candle over here, and like I was saying, most of the time we go and fulfill that chart. So we already knew what was going to happen in the 4 hour chart, and we go to check the 1 hour chart. We see we just went over there. We went to the downside because we still have time, and the trend is to the downside. We will continue going down, and we will fulfill this candle over here, and you can see it in this area how we fulfill, and now we continue going up. Now I just expecting this to go like this, and after that we're gonna see what the price gonna continue doing. But for now it's just a consolidation forming. I don't know if you can see it, but I do expect the price to stay in this, where the lowest is this candle that we have from 11,700 more or less, and then the maximum will be 13,600. Around that area I'm expecting to trade. Let me remove this. Let me remove all that. I'm gonna make a new one, so you have it more clear. This is what I'm expecting for the Bitcoin price. So if you're looking for opportunities and the forward chart, I do expecting to trade this as it is, just getting when we're closest to the downside, just go in, and then when we're getting closer to the upper side, just sell. And the 4 hour charts, the only thing when you're trading, the only thing you want to have is like you buy low and then you start to take profit. You just sell in the upper side. That's it. You don't need to complicate your life. You're not going to be holding forever. And like this, you can accumulate more and more and more sats in Bitcoin in a quite easy way, but you need to be patient and you don't need to go all in. This is something that first you need to study a little bit the market, and afterwards you can make a really nice profit, because everybody calls that trading is really bad. You can make money on it, but mostly if you have any emotions when you're trading, the best thing I would say to everybody have emotion is just do nothing, because with emotion you're not going to be the market going to control you instead of you controlling the market. So just keep that in mind. And the 4 hour chart, what I'm seeing for the Bitcoin price is just having this consolidation in this area. We don't know if the price is going to go to the upside or to the downside. We're going to see that in the next days to come, depending how the market react. And yeah, pretty much that is what I'm expecting for the 4 hours. If you want to trade it, remember you can go to the description below. I do have a nice coupon code there with Bybit and Bitunix. And at least we can take advantage of this nice consolidation is coming now. In the weekly, guys, in the weekly, I really can put it, I cannot really say that we are bearish, because in the weekly, we're still massively in this consolidation I had been mentioned to you. And the strain line doesn't have any, the Fortuna line doesn't have any strain. So this is really good for the price, because we're just going to continue this smoothly consolidation, because in the months to come, I'm expecting the Bitcoin price to go even higher, and also the altcoins. So you need to have that clear. And all what is happening in the daily, in the 4 hours, and in the 1 hour chart, you don't need to be afraid of that, because we have clear that in the weekly, we just having this consolidation. This is just to shake in everybody. And what normally happens in the market, like everybody gets shaken out, and then we continue rally to the opposite. And then well, they start all this cascade of FOMO and FOMO and FOMO to bring Bitcoin price start to go all the way up, because everybody was selling in this shake off. And that's why you need to have it clear. That's why I also want to give you a little bit more insight what the market price is doing, so you don't sell, because the market is still not over. I don't see it. And even if we go to the downside, I don't really care, because I can wait. You need to answer to yourself if you can wait or not if the market continue going down. But as I say, and just to point it out, in the weekly, I don't see the Bitcoin price going down, because once we go to the downside, if I would say that it's bearish already in the weekly, I would be expecting around like candles of 30,000, 50,000, and I don't see it right now happening in the market. Everybody's calling already we change the trend, but actually the weekly, as we saw already, let me just go and show you really quick. Here's the weekly. I'll explain to you about the ABC we were doing. Just gonna do it really quickly. I don't want to go too deep into that. And yeah, the time is already passing. The Fortuna line is a negative, and we just having this massive reset in the RSI. And after this, I'm expecting the Bitcoin price to the opposite. And it's going to play out really nice, and potentially we're going to see how late it continues, but I don't see it like going more than 150. I have been saying that before. I also I was calling before this mode. Let me show you here. Since this is a projection I have since December 11 or 2024. Well, actually that is since June 2024. I did this July this projection that we were going to go to the 120, and now we already went all the way to 124. So I mean, it's just what the market say. So don't fall into what people are just calling that we change the trend, and now we're going to the opposite, to the downside. It made no sense in the weekly that we just change the trend. Also in the daily, I already show you, we just continue. I still continue with the projection of the ABC, because sending Bitcoin to the downside and changing the trend just because we have this candle, it makes no sense at all. And also, this is not something I just inventing or saying just because. It's also the market who is saying it, as I already show you. And also, like, there's many other people in the space, like Merljin in this case. Bitcoin is executing Wyckoff to perfection. And then you can see here how actually it's perfectly playing to this Wyckoff market structure. Let me show you a little bit here. And they say phase by phase, the pattern has been flawless. We're at the point where acceleration takes over. The last leg is always vertical, always brutal. This is where millionaires are made if you play right. And I mean, he is just a drawing, let's say around 170, 190. But I don't think if we go 150, if we go above that, it's gonna be really nice. But I don't really see it going there. That's why I'm gonna start to de-risk, as I've said many times. On the opposite side, I'm gonna start to go de-risking myself little by little, because there's a chance that we go to the 190, probably, but I don't see it. For now, I just see that 150 will be the maximum. 140 I have been calling all the time, and after that, I do expect to have the distribution phase I was calling before, and then we're gonna see all these drops of candles. So 30,000, we're gonna have the weekly. So let's see how that play out. But I mean, Merljin is also like aligning with the prediction I having. Also, like CC say all the time, dips are important for establishing support levels, which are like foundation of the house. He's completely right. He doesn't see it, like the Bitcoin price already finished the bull market. Yeah, also like Raoul say, same things happen all the time. The crypto market is focused on a big breakout, get leverage long ahead of. It fails at first attempts, so everyone gets liquidated. Only then goes the actual breakout occur, leaving everyone science line. It's always like this. This is always like that. It's a classic. It's a classic in the Bitcoin space. Everybody's expected to break down, then completely the opposite happen. We go all the way down, liquidate everybody, and then the Bitcoin price start to go immediately all to the opposite. And now it's October, we're gonna come soon. October, like historically, is always a good month for the crypto space. And once everybody got liquidated, the Bitcoin price just love to go all the way up. Everybody's in the sidelines, and then it's like this is the cascade when everybody start to jump because nobody want to miss that, and then everybody just ended on buying the top. That is unfortunately what normally happen. So yeah, I hope you have clear already what is going to happen for the Bitcoin price and what we already project since the days before. Now I want to go and something really interesting that is happening in the altcoins, because CC just came up really randomly, like last time, talking about his well done, Gustav, keep building, and he made his post of Aster, which is pretty much the competition of Hyperliquid, which is a decentralized exchange with this really nice interface. I mean, it looks like a 6, which is super nice. Hyperliquid have a lot of traders like coming up all the time because the nice interface that they have. And now, before, this was something really interesting, because before, Hyperliquid was the only one who was in the market with this nice interface and massively adoption of the DEX. Now it changed completely, because now Aster exists and is backed by CC. So after he was mentioning that was only 70 cents, and then we have this, let me see here, I have it around here. We went all the way. Now it's continue going up. Yeah, it's continue going to the, I mean, it's completely insane. We're around, oh my God, I mean, this chart doesn't go all the way to the 70, but I mean, we have already massive 300%, probably around 300% since that tweet with that was just like the 70, just a few days ago. And the interesting part is that the market cap is still, let me show you here. It's still really small compared to Hyperliquid. With Hyperliquid, we have like around the 4, let me see. Hyperliquid, we have around here, yeah, it's the 11th right now, and have 15 billion. And I think that it's around 2.5. Let's see, where's Aster? Aster now is 3. So we still have a more X to make. And I do think we're going to see Aster around this area, because it's the massive competition to Hyperliquid. So if you want to jump in, I mean, right now the price is going to continue going up, but potentially we're going to have an opportunity. Once we do something like this, we probably gonna top out over here and then continue and go a little bit down. That's gonna be an area to enter. I'm expecting something like this, because actually I was quite busy during the Thursday, so I couldn't really jump into that, but it's fine. I mean, I do think the price is gonna continue going up and up and up, and even more in the next months to come. Even Aster, also because after all what happened, all what he passed with the Binance exchange and going to jail and everything, he completely went out of the SEX, and now he even saying that he want to go and build in the DEX space. Listen to this.
I'm forced not, in that sense, it's actually kind of good that I'm forced not to spend time on the centralized exchange. So now I can actually have more time to contribute to the decentralized ecosystem. In that sense, it's actually kind of good that I'm.
So that's super bullish for the price. And then he still said that when one door closes, another one's open, which is, I mean, he's just super bullish all the time. He's just talking about all the time about Aster. Let me see. Just have it over here. He was just posting all this that now in Aster they like listing hype at 300x. I mean, I think that they really want to break down hype And I mean, go and check his tweet, but he's just talking about all the time about Aster. And this is really massive as well because the massive adoption has been really insane. You see already how Aster already overpassed Hyperliquid. I mean, we were talking about 514 millions and the 24 hours into passing rate for 547. And we think they're going to continue going up because it have this massive support behind from the CC. And you see already what happened to the BNB coin. I mean, I was talking about that the other day, like went all the way to 1,000. I mean, since I think there were like a few cents, like 10 cents, something like this was in the ICO, and then went all the way to the 1,000. I do expecting as well to do really well. So for now, I'm not gonna enter because I mean we continue massive, like you see already. We're in this massive position. This doesn't like overbought already. This doesn't mean the price would stop continue going up. I do think that we're going to continue going up, but it's not the best area to buy. So I do get be waiting for a retracement. Let me know if you got already Aster as a lower price. I would love to hear that. So yeah, pretty much this is really interesting to keep an eye on it now because it's just growing and growing and growing. And I just think they're gonna continue doing super good because they have CC behind the project. Also, I want to check also like AVAX because someone was saying that AVAX was it stocks the project was really interesting because I was calling a consolidation we had. Let me see right here. We were all the time at 24. I remember. Let me see. Yeah, we have this massive 15, and then we have this consolidation here. Watch what boring if you see it in the daily chart. Right here, we were just 20s, 23, 23, 24, 24, and then massively we went all the way to the 35, and now we continue pushing to go to the upper side. I just think we're gonna cool off a little bit, and be careful as well because you see these massive candles. This is just to liquidate everybody. So. For now, I just expecting in the next weeks, potentially we're going to come and retrace the 26 to convert the breakdown or even just the 30s. We're just going to be around this area. And then we're going to continue going up because let me see the weekly. Yeah, in the weekly, we still have a lot of space to go. Let me show you here. The time, still good time. Fortuna line with trend. Once we cross this, if we cross the horizontal line, we're gonna go really insane in the price of AVAX. And you see right for now, expecting that we're gonna go all the way to the 47, but before maybe we're gonna have this a little bit of consolidation here, maybe around the 30s, like I was saying. And after we're gonna potentially we're gonna go to look for this area of the 50s, and it's gonna happen in the next month to come because many of the icons are already just being preparing themselves to smash the price in the next months to come, which is October, November, December. So hopefully you already you haven't sold your bags yet because AVAX has been surprisingly going up and up and up, and also this is also something that Scaramucci now just came, like like Tom Lee just came talking about you have MicroStrategy already with Bitcoin. Then came the face of Ethereum, which is Tom Lee just talking to the public and TV, and now it came Scaramucci talking about AVAX. Let me show you this, and this is one of the reasons that everybody's saying like the price explode. Let's listen to him.
Join us with more on this and also some other news. Anthony Scaramucci, founder and managing partner of Skybridge Capital. As of today, he's also the new lead advisor, AVAX One. That's a company aiming to maximize ownership of AVAX, which is a native token of Avalanche. Just to confuse you a little more, the blockchain used by BlackRock and Visa. AVAX will be a NASDAQ listed since it is the new name. Again, lots of different pieces to this for AgriForce Growing Systems. Is that?
I mean, you've read that well, but to make it simpler, there's a couple of very good layer one technologies like Solana, Ethereum, and Avalanche that we believe are going to be the future of tokenization, and so we made a big bet on this alongside of HiveMind and the Avalanche Foundation. And we're going to have a digital asset treasury for Avalanche. It's a smaller token in terms of market cap relative to the bigger ones, but lots of big corporate CTOs, Andrew, are picking up Avalanche as part of their story to tokenize their funds or potentially even tokenize their
stocks. You talk about BlackRock and Visa as examples of that.
JP Morgan.
And are they using that instead of Solana or Ethereum?
No, I think we believe in a multi-chain world, but I think what's interesting about Avalanche, they have something called subnets so that you can do some customization on the chain through the contract layering on the token. So it allows for people to sort of have their own digital fingerprint. I often say that Avalanche is like a Swiss Army knife of layer one, so it's got a lot of flexibility. So listen, we like the other tokens as well. I'm good friends with Dan and obviously great friends with Kyle.
I mean, again, it doesn't really matter the news because I mean, this is just go to the people sitting in TV that don't have any idea about crypto. I mean, what he's saying, or the customization, I mean, it's the same case for Polkadot, it's the same case for Osmos, it's the same case for AL2s, if you want to call it like this. I mean, all of them you can customize, do customization in the chain. So, yeah, I mean, I don't. That's why I don't really follow all the news. You know, there's some events that, yeah, like if we're talking about like massive geopolitical events that can have some big impact in the market, but then like news like this, I don't really like. I don't understand how people still just all the time just waiting for the news to see if the market's gonna pump or gonna dump. I mean, the best way to do that is just reading the market, just read the chart, and then you're gonna be super chill. It doesn't matter. The market gonna tell you what's gonna happen. And big shout out to everybody who's holding AVAX because I mean now AVAX have a new face that can be talking to all the normies that doesn't have any clue about crypto, and they're gonna continue pumping you back. So that's something good for the AVAX holders. So let me know if you hold any AVAX or if you would like me to do another altcoin videos, because I do love to go deeply in altcoins, but separately I do love to just show some icons when there's enough content to share. And yeah, potentially I'm gonna make another video just focusing more on Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and many others during the week. Now that you just see Solana 218, let me just show you this, because I was calling to be careful that the price potentially we were at 250. Let me see exactly what I was saying. And this is why you need to respect all the time. Like, if you're feeling buoyant here, the 240, I mean, you always need to have a strategy, respect it. And if the price continue going up, it doesn't matter, because you have a strategy. Otherwise, if you don't respect the strategy, or if you don't have any strategy, you're just gonna, I mean, lose all your money. You see how I was calling here. We reaching the previous high, and potentially we're gonna go up and then liquidate everybody. That is in the best case scenario. We continue going up and then down, but we just went down after the prediction I did. We went down, and also how I was calling. Look how perfectly it is this. That's why, guys, I mean, share the video with a friend as well if you think this content will help someone holding Sol, for example. I do love to share the knowledge I have been collecting during the last years, and you can see how nicely it just went all the way to the 55 MI, exactly how I was pointing over there, exactly there. The only thing here now is like, okay, the time already passing. This trend line doesn't have any, this is a good thing. This trend doesn't have, it's already in a negative strain. So I'm expecting to come, we need to wait and see once we form already a small valley around this area, we can take decisions and we can see if the price is holding this area or not. But I do think that this is a big support at 200. So that's a best way to see the price as well. This would be a nice area to hold the price and also start to collect a little bit more if you don't have enough. But yeah, you can see how nicely it's playing out. So with Ethereum and the other ones, I'm gonna make a separate video because this is already a little bit long. So yeah, smash that like, subscribe to the channel if you make it so to this point already, and I will appreciate, guys, as always, if you share the video with a friend. And don't forget to follow me on X, because I'm posting there in real time the trades I'm taking. And see you tomorrow, guys.